Hello, good afternoon to you. Sports scene today reflects the winning of the season's first major trophy, the Scottish League Cup. The pairing of the Scottish game's oldest rivals, Celtic and Rangers, together with some particularly imaginative sponsorship, produced a cup final build-up last week as intense as anything I remember in recent seasons. How the cup was won, you can see in just a moment.
Jock Stein was at Hampden Park himself, casting his eyes over potential international squad material, and he tells me this afternoon he's slightly concerned about the knee injury to Paul McStay. Although it's not as bad as first feared, it is conceivable the teenager could miss the game at Pittodrie next week against Aberdeen, and that would make him doubtful for Belgium in the following week. But the news from the south is good, as you'll see later. John Robertson of Nottingham Forest is back on song.
And of course we've rugby, the 103rd intercity match between Edinburgh and Glasgow. We start though at Hampden. Sadly the weather didn't match the grandness of the occasion, but it was a final to delight the statisticians. Rangers, the holders, who hadn't lost a League Cup final in 16 years and won it a total of 11 times, against Celtic, who appeared in every final between 1964 and 1977, but they've lost 7 of the last 8 finals they'd contested. On current form though, just about everyone fancied the Parkhead side, so let's join Archie just before kick-off.
Rangers, the cup holders, in fact they've won the trophy now 11 times, and a Rangers team of course showing 2 dramatic changes. First of all, brought back into the side Gordon Smith, whom one might have said was languishing with Brighton in English football, and now suddenly this week finds himself in a cup final. No stranger of course to Hampden Park. In fact his last game for Rangers was in a cup final in 1980, and of course he virtually won the cup, the League Cup, against Celtic in 1978, making Rangers' first goal and scoring the winner. So he has pleasant memories of this stadium. And what a remarkable comeback for Craig Patterson. He's been out of competitive football for 6 weeks, and this really is a big gamble for Rangers. Well, the remarkable thing about Celtic, of course, is despite the record of championships and Scottish Cups, they haven't won this trophy for 8 years, and only one man has a League Cup medal, the captain, Danny McGrain. There he is, a very proud man to have it, but obviously an incentive to the other Celtic players to get in there, including Charlie Nicholas, Scotland's leading goal scorer and a key man today. And there's the referee, Kenny Hope. An interesting thing, he carries 4 whistles because he has a habit of chewing on them, so the whistle changes from tenor to baritone in about 20 minutes. And that pair of legs in the foreground is Derek Johnson, playing his 602nd game for Rangers, and trying to equal Billy McNeill's record of 6 League Cup winners' medals. Very experienced man, who scored a dramatic goal at the age of 16 for Rangers at Hampden Park against Celtic. Smith getting his first touch of the ball, and away goes Tommy Bunge. The conditions really are terrible. The pitches are very good, by the way, but there's a very strong swirling wind and the rain is still lashing down. McLeod goes to the line. That's a good ball. Redford. And that goes over. It's a corner to Celtic. Redford playing in the full-back position today for Rangers, with Dawson and McDonald on the bench. Robin, a neat little chip, and there is Stewart, and he'll welcome, on a very difficult day for goalkeepers, that first clutch of the ball. Bet seemed to be hampered today, but the referee waves play off. Johnston, injured last week, bit of a doubt about him. There goes Cooper, he can't get a shot in. Good covering up there by Paul McStay. Read the danger very well. Redford, that is a brilliant ball. McGarvey, superbly tackled. Well, I think that was a good tackle. Referee gives a free kick. McGarvey going away, and the Rangers defence really caught very flat. McClellan sliding in with the tackle. Danny McGrain. I don't think that's what Danny had in mind. Well, it's early days yet, but the pitch is really standing up remarkably for the battering it's had from the rain. Here's Cooper, got it to his left side, and on to Fritz. Redford comes away well with it. No free kick, the referee said. Good tackle. There's Probin round the outside, and McClellan picks it up very neatly. McGrain. Well, that's a very high tackle. McStay goes down. Russell to blame for that. Free kick. Bobby Russell, whose usefulness for Rangers can never be overestimated. Good run through and touched away by McClellan when there looked to be a gap in that Rangers defence. Suggested Rangers penalty. Eddie Patterson rises virtually on his own. Beautifully struck out, Probin. Ooh, Aiken was coming in for it. I think only a touch here, and a direct touch would have put that right into the net. Good move by Celtic. Johnson annoyed about the gap that appeared in that Rangers defence. Difficult curling ball, and that is just over. Well, certainly the Rangers defence beaten by the jumping skill of McAdam, and this has got to be very valuable for Celtic. McGrain rising well above Fritz. Robert Fritz, whose pedigree is a very good one. John Gregg, of course, read a lot about him in the press before he went to see him in the under-21s in Sweden. Very impressed by him, and over he came to Ibrox. Burns. McStay saw the break down the middle. McGrain, there's McStay way after it again. A difficult ball. And the youngster, nevertheless, doing the right kind of thing. He built it himself, pushed it back, and then went for the gap. Probin. A good position for Celtic, and there's a goal. Nicholas has done it. 1-0 for Celtic, 23 minutes gone. And that is how sharp the Celtic attack can be. To the delight of the rain-sodden Celtic supporters, Celtic have gone into the lead in a move that always seemed to me would come from the right, penetrating the Rangers' defence as they backtrack, and Nicholas, out of nothing almost, showing how deadly he can finish. One more goal for Nicholas, and he'll have notched his 30th of the season. Here's Smith, it's away wide. This is McKinnon. Into Russell. Knocked away very cleanly, and, well, I think that's the smoke of triumph. Somebody has one of these flares in there with colours. There's also one down at the Rangers' end. Well, there's a kind of green curtain over Hampden now, and I'm not sure if the Rangers supporters can see through that fog. I'm not sure if they want to see through it at the moment. Tommy Byrne. Smith, and that is a free kick. Quickly taken by Burns. That could be another shot, and that had to be saved cleanly by Stewart as McStay saw the opening. Aiken. That's a bad ball by Aiken, straight to Smith. Here's Bett. Rangers fighting back. Here's Fritz. No, it was a loud appeal from the crowd. Referee just turned away, no hands. And here's Probin. McStay on the outside. Brilliant tackle by Redford. Had he not got that in, I think McStay certainly would have had the ability to turn near the goal line and get that across. McGrain. Robin. Well, I think one or two Celtic players thought that was a free kick. Smith, a bit slow going for it. Robin, all on his own. That's a dangerous looking ball, and Patterson is down for it. Robin, a little bit of luck that time. Fritz goes with him, and Celtic another corner. Robert Fritz has looked very useful. Robin to take it. Second chance. Cleland down, and that's in. Mother McLeod, number 2. Brilliantly struck by McLeod. 31 minutes gone. Celtic 2 up. And even though they may be suffering imminent pneumonia on the terracings there, the dancing and the singing for an emphatic Celtic goal. So cleanly struck by McLeod. Down it went to him, and the sheer efficiency of that was well beyond the reach of Jim Stewart. And Rangers are really up against it so early in the game. Johnson has made nothing of McAdam. There's McLeod. Robin. Danny McGrain. McStay. Beautifully taken up by McStay. Tries to sweep it round, and I think, in fact, Nicholas got into an offside position, but the referee waved play on. The linesman, in fact, had his flag up. Here's Cooper. Tibet. Johnson with a chance, and Welsh dropped down on by Bonner. And I think I would put that down as Rangers' first direct shot at goal, with only about 3.5 minutes of the first half remaining. Davy Provan. Provan's had a superb game in that he has taken defenders with him, created spaces and won corner kicks just like that. Goal kick, ending rather innocuously, as McAdam, who hasn't lost the ball in the air today, I don't think. And there goes the half-time whistle to loud cheers from the Celtic end. Celtic quite deservedly leading by 2 goals to nothing, taking command in midfield early on, and 2 quite excellent goals. That first one by Charlie Nicholas in the 23rd minute, when he took that lovely pass inside. And that kind of finishing is not at all easy. There was no margin for error, but he made no mistake. And then that superbly struck goal by Mother McLeod. That again is a one-chance effort, bulleting in and giving Celtic a deserved lead. And the question one really has to seriously ask now, are Rangers finished? Do they have the fighting spirit and the determination to make a contest of this in the second half? Off goes Celtic, and the Rangers support certainly haven't deserted Rangers. Loud roars of acclamation as Rangers came out, and I suppose the second half is all about, can they fight back? Celtic look to have this game won, and does Rangers have the spirit to get back into the game? Back fact of the matter is that Celtic have controlled the match. Gordon Smith brought down, free kick. Brought down by McAdam. Back goes the Celtic defensive wall. It stay right in the middle. Provan doing the judging of it. Referee still not satisfied with the distance away. They're taking it, and he scored! Brilliantly taken. 2-1. Completely deceiving the Celtic defence. And in 1 minute, Rangers have answered the questions I posed myself. They have the spirit, and they are fighting back, and they could not have done it with more finesse. And that beautifully placed free kick by Ben, clogged right in the back of the net. So, 1 goal in it, and an entirely new complexion on the match. From the Rangers support. Bet. Bedford. Swept away wide. McKinnon is after it. Bunge is with them. Go to Rangers. Bunge realising the danger of McKinnon coming down that right. Cooper. Good covering by Burns again. That's very wide, and it's a good one, and Provan should pick it up. Fitch comes back, gives Redford some support. McStay, and there is McClellan. With Derek Johnson given offside, and he was as the pass was struck. A bit deceptive to see him get the ball with the 2 players behind him, but he was clearly offside. Provan. Brilliant control. What a match he's having. Can he cut it back? He does, and that's almost in. Brilliantly turned away by McKinnon. Field for hands, and that was there. And that must go down as one of the best saves by an outfield player this season. Indeed, it looked, when McKinnon first went for that, after that brilliant play by Provan, by the way, boring his way through the Rangers defence, it looked, when the ball came to McKinnon, as if he would knock it in his own net, and yet he effected that incredibly gymnastic clearance. Russell. Now McKinnon. Bet goes on the run on the right. Here's Pritz. That was a very good ball indeed. Pritz going forward. Fields for a free kick, and it is. I think some of the crowd thought the penalty had been indicated. It's not that. It is a free kick. It clearly took place outside the box. Paul McStay is going off. And Mark Reed is coming on. Well, that is a blow to Celtic. Well, about 3 or 4 clustered round that to take it. This is the longest pre-sequence free kick I can remember for some time. Right against the wall, which stood firm. Slack ball there by Derek Johnson. Now Redford. Russell. Smith nowhere near it, and it'll be put away by Sinclair to Charlie Nicholas. 2 against 2, that's a superb ball. McLeod. Now Mugabe. Here's Provan. Mugabe, it's an awkward one, and McClellan takes it very coolly indeed. And the Hampden stand, which still has a special character, all of its own, whose lucky patrons are being shielded from the incessant rain. Redford, slight hesitation, and Provan begins to run again. What a marvellous game he is having, and that's a corner kick, and that trouble yet again came from David Provan. Russell just knocking it away now to Burns. That's a good ball indeed. Charlie Nicholas is there in his pass. It looked easier for Nicholas to score. He was given a great deal of freedom there. That was a lovely little ball through. And another substitution by Rangers imminent. John McDonald will come on, and I think it's Bobby Russell coming on. McKinnon right after it. Cooper cannot get it. That's McKinnon to McDonald. And I've noticed about John McDonald recently in games I've seen that he's rather easily knocked off the ball. Cooper. Did well to push that right across. Derek Johnson is there. McDonald put away brilliantly by Aiken. That might have been one of the most telling interceptions in the match. It's a good move by Rangers and a typical one by them, getting it to the head of Derek Johnson, and McDonald opting to chest that down and giving Aiken the opportunity to flip it away. It's McClellan. It's McKinnon. McDonald neatly forward. There's Smith. Free kick.